Morning, class.
Good morning, sir.
Before we start, let's lead prayer. Okay.
Let's pray. Let's bow our head and close our eyes and let the presence of the Lord. Yes, Lord. Hallelujah, Lord. I glorify you, Panginoon. You're the King of Kings, Panginoon. Lord, kami po ay napapasalamat sa araw na ito at kami po ay ligtas na nakarating sa eskwelahan na ito, Panginoon. Lord, naway gabayan niyo po yung teacher namin sa pag-discuss, Panginoon, at naway maturo niya ng maayos, Panginoon. At Lord, kami din po ay naway maintindihan namin yung kanyang discussion, Panginoon. Lord, gabayan niyo po yung lahat ng magulang namin, Panginoon, kung nasa work man sila or nasa bahay, Panginoon. Lord, ay patawarin niyo po kami sa lahat ng aming kasalanan, Panginoon. Kaya lang po namin binibigay lahat ng papurit pagsamba sa pangalan ni Jesus. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Ms. Jumuad. Now let's proceed by setting your attendance. Let's start with Bosque J.
Sir, present.
Castro, Mikaela.
Present.
Glori, Jonathan. Sir, present. Jumuad,
Present, sir.
Parrilla, Jayson. Present, sir. Repollo, Joseph.
Present po.
Great, we have a perfect attendance for today. Before we proceed to our main topic, who wants to recap the last lesson that we discussed in the last week? Sir, yes, Mr. John.
We tackled about last lesson is all about the history of small, which is it was invented in Russia in 1880. So the purpose of shielding metal art, that's also.
Thank you, Mr. Glori. Indeed, we tackled in our last meeting the history, the brief history and the development of SMAU, how was it developed and the welding process. Now, we proceed to our main topic. But before that, I would like to ask a question. When you heard the word safety, what comes in your mind? Anyone who can answer? Sir, Mr. Repollo.
Sir, yung safety, ito yung kaligtasan na dapat lagi meron tayo para yun nga, iligtas tayo sa kung ano man dapat na ginagawa natin.
Very good. That is correct. Anyone?
Sir,
Mr. Bosque.
Yung safety, sir, ano siya, nakakatulong sa atin kasi na-prevent na yung magkaroon ng injury or accident kapag tayo gumagawa. Ayun, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Bosque and Mr. Repollo for your answer. All of your answers are correct. So, you might be wondering why did I ask the question? Because today, our lesson will be safety. Safety, specifically in today, I will be discussing and tackling safety welding procedures and PPE, or personal protective equipment. Now let's proceed with our main topic. I will be sharing my presentation now. Now, who wants to read the definition of safety?
Sir,
Ms. Castro.
safety, the stage of being safe and protected from danger of harm. Sport Learner's Dictionaries 2020.
So according to Oxford Learner's Dictionary, safety is the state of being safe and protected from danger or harm. So when we say the state of being safe, that is the concept of free from harm, and safety can be achieved by following safety procedures and wearing safety equipment. Kaya kung may kasabihan tayo, an ounce of prevention is better than a pound of cure. So in the welding industry, hazards are too common. We can get injuries and accidents that can harm any person. So for example, welding, casting, and brazing operations include exposures to metal fused ultraviolet radiation, UV radiation. So we all know that these hazards can be very harmful to any person or any individual. So safety hazards from this operation also include burn, paso, eye damage, kabulag, electrical shock, cuts, and crash stones and failures. So we have to remember that these injuries that we can get or these hazards are common when we are working. So we have to always follow the safety procedures and wear the standard personal protective equipment when we are working. Now, who wants to read?
Sir,
Sir Parrilla.
personal protective equipment. Equipments formed to minimize exposure to hazard that cause serious workplace injuries and illness. These injuries and illnesses may result from contact with chemical, radiological, physical, electrical, mechanical, or other workplace hazards.
If we are inside about the definition of PPE or the function of PPE.
Sir, yung PPE kasi hindi lang para maprotektahan ang sarili mo, kundi para maprotektahan yung nasa paligid mo. Once nagbagat ka kasi ng PPE, mapreprevent niya yung mga minor and serious injury na possible na mangyari sa ating workplace.
Very well said, Mr. Parrilla. Tama yung sinabi niya, no? Ang personal protective equipment, ang main function niya is maprotektahan ang isang individual sa accident na pwede na mangyari sa workplace. So specifically, sa welding, meron tayong standard personal protective equipment. So, later on, I will be discussing each equipment para mas matutunan natin yung mga functions at gamit niya sa welding process. Now let's proceed with the standard personal protective equipment in welding. Let's start with welding helmet. Welding helmet is essentially used for shielding or protecting our face, our eyes, and from the harmful radiation that is emitted when we are welding. So, without helmet, we can acquire some injuries like burns, eye damage, and next is safety glasses. Safety glasses are used to add protection to our eyes. Kasi nga, minsan, hindi lang ang protection na ibigay ng ating welding. So, minsan, kailangan natin ng additional protection at ang safety goggles, ang tamang safety equipment sa company. Now, let's begin with respirator. Bukang wrist.
Sir,
Next Jumuad.
respirators. Melting metal emits a medley of fumes. Wearing a respirator is a good way to keep all the nasty stuff out of your lungs.
What is your understanding about the function of respirator?
Sir, yung pagkakaintindi ko ng respirator, ang main function niya is nag-filter siya ng yung mga ini-inhale natin sa workplace para mas maprotektahan natin yung lungs natin.
So that is right. Thank you, Ms. Jumuad. So, the main function of respirator is to keep all the nasty stuff out of your lungs. Nasty stuff na ito, ang important ito is yung mga harmful fumes na iniinit ng ating electron time working or mga micro-metallic particles na pwedeng kuha natin sa pag-grind or pumutol ng baka. So now, let's proceed to the next slide. Welding jacket. Welding jacket, obviously, ang main function niya is para protektahan ang ating katawan, ating kamay sa pagkapasok na pwede natin makuha sa spark o kaya sa ininit na UV rays habang tayo nag-welding. Usually, ating mga welding jacket ay gawa sa pigskin o kaya leather o kaya cowskin. Now, let's proceed to the next slide. We have welding gloves. Who can read the definition of welding gloves?
Sir,
Okay.
welding gloves. Welding is a tactile endeavor, comfortable, flame-resistant welding gloves go a long way to facilitating focus and productive welding.
Now I have a question to you, Mr. Bosque. What do you think is the main function of welding gloves?
Sir, yung purpose po ng welding gloves is, sa tulong ng welding gloves, sir, is na protektahan yung ating mga kamay kasi ito yung usually na ginagamit or kapag nag-welding tayo, sir. So, ito yung, sa tulong ng welding gloves, yan nga, na-prevent tayo sa injury. Yun, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Bosque, for your Mr. Bosque. Ang welding gloves, ang main function na yung maprotektahan ng ating kamay sa possible injury. Kasi nga, ang ating kamay na mas prone sa injury kasi nga tayo mas malapit na. So, usually ang welding gloves natin gawa dito sa leather, pigskin, and cow skin. Now, next is earmuffs. So, earmuffs. This is an essential equipment for welding because it protects our ears from loud noises that is emitted from grinding, cutting, and hammering. So, ginagamit ito siya para maprotektahan ng ating tenga. Ganda na natin na loud noises can damage our hearing and hindi natin mamagapan kasi hindi tayo ma-dinig. So, the last one is welding boots. So, we can read welding boots.
Sir, welding boots always wear leather welding boots that comply with safety standard. Welding boots specifically works boots of additional protections on the top of your foot.
So, what do you think is the main function of welding boots?
Sir, bukod sa naprotektahan niya yung paa natin para sa possible na fallen objects like yung mga heavy materials na nahuhulog, pwede rin sir yung mga debris or yung mga spots mula sa welding natin, sir.
Very well said, Mr. Glori. So, tawag si Mr. Glori, no? Ang welding boots, ang main function niya is protektahan yung ating paa sa mga sparks or debris na posibleng mahulog habang tayo ay Now, I will be showing you the complete safety equipment included in the standard personal protective equipment used in welding. So, always remember guys na kailangan pag worker na itong project o nag-welding kayo, dapat kompleto yung personal protective equipment ko kasi posibleng mag-maintain ng accident, mag-maintain ng injury or magkaroon ng accident. Now, you can see all of the basic safety equipment included in the standard personal protective equipment used in welding. So later on, I will be giving you an activity about PPE. But first, I would like to ask questions with you. If you have clarification or objections, you can raise your hand. Is there any?
Sir,
Yes, Mr. Glori.
sir, essential po ba lahat yan na dapat gamitin habang nag-welding?
Yes, of course. All of these safety equipment are essential in welding or when we are working. Kasi nga, these equipment are bound to protect any individual or us, me, myself, in any injuries and accidents that can happen in the workplace. Ang pangit naman siguro, pag nagsuot ka ng PPE, pero di naman skin na protektahan yung sarili mo. Tapos, nagsuot ka nga ng welding helmet, wala ka rin namang respirator or welding gloves. Wala rin. May injury ka pa rin na pwedeng makuha sa pag-welding. Now, I will be asking you a question. What have you learned about the things, the whole thing that I discussed earlier.
Sir,
Yes, Mr. Repollo.
so, natutunan ko na lahat ng mga safety equipments na to is may purpose para sa amin. Kaya ginawa itong mga equipment na to is para maprotektahan tayo. Before pa tayo pumasok sa field or bago na after natin matapos sa field.
Thank you, very well said. Any other answer? Yes, Mr. Parrilla.
Natutunan ko sa araw na ito, bawat isa dyan sa ating welding safety equipment is may function siya para maprotektahan ng ating katawan. At kahit may isa na nawala, possible na magkaroon ng damage or injury sa ating katawan.
Thank you for all of your answers. All of your answers are correct. I am so very pleased that all of you will understand the discussion earlier. So let me proceed by giving you an activity. So for this activity, or your activity, you have to summarize and explain the functions of the safety equipment that I discussed earlier. So you have to make this through a video. The deadline for this activity is tomorrow. I will upload the guidelines and rubrics for this activity in our Google Classroom, and you may also upload your final output in our Google Classroom. Is there any question?
Answer.
Now, for your assignment, just have to bring a picture of yourself wearing a PPE. Any available safety equipment that you have, you can wear that. If you have some safety equipment that you don't have, it's okay. So that would be all. So is there any question?
Answer.
Okay, that would be all for today's session. Class dismissed. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Good morning, class.
Good morning, sir!
So, you will have no discussion for today. I will just be showing all of your outputs for yesterday's activity. After this, I will also be showing your assignments, your outputs in your assignments yesterday.
Good day everyone, my name is Jonathan Glori from PTPT 2K, WAF Nature, and today we will discuss the personal protective equipment in welding is commonly known as PP. Personal protective equipment, commonly referred as a PPE, is equipment worn to minimize exposure to hazard that cause serious workplace injuries and illness. These injuries and illness may result from contact with chemical, radiological, physical, electrical, mechanical, and other workplace hazards. Personal protective equipment is important for welders because there is hazards when doing welding, cutting, and brazing. These hazards can include exposures of metal fumes, UV radiations, burn, shocks, cuts, and broken tones that can harm the welders in a work. Welding helmet. It is a type of headgear usually used when performing any types of welding to protect our face, eyes, and neck from the possible flash burn, ultraviolet rays, and heat. So, what is the importance of having helmet? It is serves as a shield in front of our head, which is our face, and it has a lens for the protections of our eyes, and also it is adjustable, or it is easy to lifted up, out, away. So, welding gear and welding apron. So it is made from flame or resistance such as leather to protect the front of our body from possible ultraviolet lights, burns, and heat, and some splat when we do cutting or welding. Welding gloves. It is manufactured to protect our hands from heat, flames, and possible electric shock. So, the proper welding gloves is our first protections from possible hand hazards caused by welding and cutting. So, it is important as operator to protect from heat, ultraviolet rays, or radiations, and extreme heat or current or shocks in welding. It is a shoe with a reinforced toe to protect the fruit from the possible injuries due to the droplets or dropping of particles while welding or even cutting. So it is a protections from the possible hazards or dangers caused by falling object. So I don't have any safety shoes because my uncle got in his work. So this is the features of safety shoes that is one of the needs in EPPE to protect the foot itself. Everyone. So again, my name is Jonathan Glori from BTBT 2K, WAF Major, and this is my video about the personal protective equipment in welding. So thank you for watching and nice.
Good day everyone, my name is Jumuad from Bitivity to QWAP. At ngayon, ang i-discuss ko sa inyo ay tungkol sa personal protective equipment, kung ano ang kahalagahan nito sa atin bilang isang welder. Ano nga ba ang PPE or personal protective equipment? PPE is defined in the regulation as all equipment which is intended to be worn or held by a person at work and which protect him against one or more risks to his health or safety. Ibig sabihin, ito yung sinusuot natin upang protektahan ang ating katawan upang maiwasan ang injuries. Halimbawa na lang nito yung mga fire, sunburn, slug, porosity na maaari nating makukuha sa pag-welding. First is helmet. Helmet is used to protect the eyes and face from flying particles, debris, spark, and chemicals borne. Ibig sabihin, ito yung sinusuot natin upang maiwasan mabagsakan ang ating ulo. At maprotektahan na din ito ang ating mata at ang mukha sa sunog, sa radiation at saka chemicals na makukuha natin sa pag-welding. Gloves is used to protect the hands against electric shocks, heat, burns, and fire. Ibig sabihin, ito yung sinusuot sa ating kamay upang maiwasan na masunog at mapaso ang ating kamay at para na din maiwasan ng electric shock galing sa pagwe-welding. Clothes is used to protect the skin, hands, and feet against heat, fires, burns, and radiation. Ibig sabihin, ito yung sinusuot ng ating katawan upang maprotektahan ang ating balat at ating kamay at ating paa para maiwasan magkasugat or pwedeng radiation or pwedeng masunburn yung katawan mo. Safety shoes is used to protect the feet against electric shock, heat, burns, and fire.
Good evening, I'm Jayson Bosque Jr. from BTBT 2K WAP, and I'm here to discuss or explain to you what is the PPEs or personal protective equipment that are usually used in welding. What is PPE? Eye, face, hand or arm, head and body protection, or leather gloves, leather apron, gauntlets, safety glasses, and side shields. Welder's helmet or welder's goggles are required that are appropriate to the potential hazards encountered during welding, cutting, brazing, soldering, grinding, or other spark producing operations. Personal Protective Equipment or PPE. Sa tulong nito, nabibigyan ng proteksyon ang ating mata, muka, ulo, ating mga kamay, ating mga katawan, at ating mga paa. Kapag tayo'y nagwe-welding, kapag tayo soldering, nagka-cutting, at marami pang iba. Face shield or welding helmet. Welding helmet, commonly referred to as a hood, is one of the most important pieces of personal protective equipment that a welder must have. An adequate helmet protects the eyes and skin not only from severe sparks, but also from the potentially vision-damaging ultraviolet and infrared rays emitted by the arc. Face shield provides protection from the intense heat, optical radiation, and sparks from arc welding equipment. Ang face shield or welding helmet ay usually is nilalagay sa mukha natin and para maprotektan din yung mukha natin at yung mata kapag tayo nagwe-welding. Ito yung welding helmet and face shield. Ayan po. Welding gloves are personal protective equipment or PPE that protect the hands of welders from the hazards of welding. These gloves allow digit articulation while protecting the operator from electrical shock, extreme heat, and ultraviolet and infrared radiation, and also provide abrasion resistance and enhanced grip. So, welding gloves. Ang welding gloves, like katulad ng aking suot, ganito is usually na ginagamit sa welding as a welder. Bale, may two types siya. Ito yung may smaller version and meron tayong large na na gloves is hanggang shoulder siya. Ang purpose kasi niyan is para hindi tayo makuryente or magkaroon ng electric shock at hindi tayo mapaso at sa tulong ng gloves is mapoprotektahan tayo. Welding jacket are items of personal protective equipment intended to protect welders from metal splatter and high heat by the use of fire-resistant and thermally insulating materials. Welding jacket. Ang purpose nito is, guys, is nabibigyan tayo ng protection mula sa mga splatter and sa sobrang init kapag tayo nagwe-welding. Safety boots. A pair of safety shoes, also known as safety boots, is personal protective equipment or PPE for foot protection at workplaces. It prevents from getting foot injuries due to slippery surface, heavy falling or rolling objects. Sharp piercing edges, pinch points, rotary machinery, hot objects, loops of ropes under tension, splinters, electricity, chemicals, or even bad weather, and etc. Tutungo na tayo sa huling personal protective equipment or safety boots. Ang safety boots ay malaking tulong ito upang hindi tayo makuryente habang gumagawa tayo sa workplace. At ang purpose ng safety boots is nabibigyan ng proteksyon ng ating paa mula sa mga hot object kapag tayo gumagawa, mga falling objects kapag tayo gumagawa sa work natin, and nagbibigay protection kapag bad weather.
To protect your body from sparks, sharp objects, or other dangerous substances. To protect your hands while welding. protect your eye vision or to protect your feet from hot spark or falling objects. Eye protection must fit properly. Resistance to flames and spark. Additional eye protection from using grinders.
so glad that your videos are creative and I really enjoyed watching it. Now let me show you the final outputs for your assignment.
My name is Chicky. Chicky, Chicky, Chicky. My name is Cha Cha. Clop, clop, cha cha cha. Chicky, Chicky, Chicky. Clop, clop, cha cha cha. Chicky, Chicky, Chicky. Clop, clop, cha cha cha.
My name is Boom Boom. Boom Boom Boom.
My name is Chicky. My name is Cha.
I really appreciate your effort to bring and wear the PPE that I asked yesterday. So I will be recording your grades for your outputs. That will be all for today. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.